the most regular situation is Tommy saying like, yeah, just short tee, and then he just serve long, but with me not knowing, and then they just smash on me, and he's like, come on, defend. I'm like, come on, just say that you're gonna serve long, you know. He's just deciding last second to serve long without telling me. Is this, yeah, organization is a disaster sometimes.
Guys, welcome back to the Shuttle Squad, episode 32. It's Friday. It's not morning anymore. Early in the day, 10:45. And I'm here with two brothers. We have our first guest in Shuttle Squad history. What an honor. But it stays in the family.
Yes.
This is going to be a special episode with the Popov brothers. Welcome, Tommy. Welcome, Christo. Tommy, thanks for joining us.
Hello.
It's
Hey,
an
guys.
honor.
It's an honor for me.
Two Tommy in the same podcast.
Yeah.
Yes, true. But I think there will be no confusions. Thanks for joining. Where are you guys? Just to start with, where am I?
We are
catching you?
currently at home. I'm at my home and he's at his home, but we are still in the FOS, our training base currently.
We were just together half an hour ago for the gym. Then I had physio and I rushed back home to be as much as in time I can. And then I went to do something that I text you, and because I was a little bit sick those days, my stomach was not on his best. So
Okay, no problem. Little delay, but not for our listeners. They're tuning in and we're here. So yeah, thanks for making time. And I think it's going to be a really interesting episode. There's a lot to talk about. We're still working on the whole audio quality thing. Tommy is joining with his gaming headset. So if he sounds a little different than us two, that's because of that. And yeah, I don't know where we start. I think, Christo, last time when we were talking, we said there's still a lot to talk about the European Championships, because
Yes.
that was a big week for both of you guys, and Tommy, for you, even a little bit more successful with your second silver medal in singles, and obviously your gold medal in doubles.
Men's double.
Can you recap that week from your perspective?
my perspective or his
Mhm.
perspective?
No, you.
It started kind of early because we took an early flight on Sunday, so we arrived kind of early in Billund. Then we didn't have our luggage. We received it kind of late, but still we managed to have some things for the training. I didn't feel so good all the week. I mean, on the court, no feelings, nothing at all physically. Maybe a little bit tired from the European tour, but slowly I fought and improved myself slowly, match by match and day by day. I had some hard matches, even if luckily my draw was open a little bit day by day also by Anas pulling out, Game K pulling out, and then it was easier for me. And also Karadi lost,
Mm-hmm.
and then Totti lost. So yeah, it was just a mix of everything and makes my way to the final kind of easy, let's say, but even if it was like tricky matches, let's say. And yeah, I mean, I went to the final. I think I played my best game of the week because I felt so bad. My level was so bad. I felt this way. And I still managed to do 17, 18 with a lot of mistakes. So I was kind of okay.
Yeah.
And then
And
the
then
men's
you-
double, unbelievable.
Yeah, you played that singles match against Alex. Had a really tight loss, and then you only had a really short gap between your two matches because with only 3 finals being played on that Sunday and mixed doubles and women's doubles being played already on Saturday evening, I think it's the first time that somebody only has 1 game break between 2 finals matches.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
think that's
it
definitely
was-
a new experience. How did you handle that?
I just dropped my bag, changed myself, eat something for 10 minutes, and I start to warm up with Christo. Well, I was warming up him because I was already warm up. Because unfortunately for Kirsty it was not so fast, but we expected more like a tight game and something more tricky, let's say. But it went in 2 sets kind of straight. So yeah, I had to put myself back mentally and physically, and also Christo, because he had to be on the podium for the men's singles, then prepare for the men's double with only one match coming. So it was a little bit, I would say, rushy for both of us. For me physically. And from the beginning of the match on the men's double, I told him, my heart is beating so fast. I don't know if I can keep up. You have to carry me because it's going to be really, really hard.
Yeah, we saw that you were struggling a little bit.
I was struggling. Yeah, like maybe 1 or 2 points I was okay. The next 5 I was down. Meow. Too good, and 5 out. It's crazy.
Yeah, that was a really interesting match to follow, because it looked from the outside like there was a lot of tension between you guys. But maybe we can also just start with that in general when you play doubles together. What is
intense.
It's kind of, I mean, it's family, so it's kind of unfiltered emotions, I guess. Maybe if it was someone else, you would be like not that direct, but if it's your brother, obviously there's no filter. So how is that for you guys, Christo?
Yeah, I think I've told it many times in the podcast about our doubles. So yeah, I think it's good that the audience hear my brother's side of the story for once. So yeah, Tommy, you go ahead.
I mean, we are really, how to say, as you said, no filter. So for sure, what pops in our mind, we just say it. Maybe I say it more directly than him. Sometimes I'm more expressive, but I know when he thinks something. He knows when I'm thinking something, and I think, I don't know, maybe after Olympics there is less stress or less like how to say, less
Tension?
weight. Yeah, tension, less weight in the balance for the victories. So we feel more free, and I think like now every time somebody does a mistake, we just say, yeah, sorry, my bad, it's okay. We go on to the next one and try to focus on the next points, because we know we're gonna do some easy mistakes because you are men's singles specialists. So for sure there's gonna be some shit on the court, let's say, and we just try to minimize it and be as professional as we can. But yeah, we know it's gonna be some shows or some spectacles for something. So it's kind of funny, but that it can be something really helpful, but also something can also destroy us. So that's why we're trying to canalize everything and just to go on one way together.
I really enjoy watching you guys play, because sometimes there are those moments when you can clearly see that one or the other is not really happy with what the other brother is doing. So, like, I don't know, one of you serves, and then they make a quick point, and the other one's like, what? What was that?
I think the most regular situation is Tommy saying like, yeah, just short tee, and then he just serve long, but with me not knowing, and then they just smash on me, and he's like, come on, defend. I'm like, come on, just say that you're gonna serve long, you know. He's just deciding last second to serve long without telling me. Is this, yeah, organization is a disaster sometimes.
For me, one of the funniest things was in Malaysia this year in January. It was against Daniel Lundgaard and Matt Vestergaard. Second set, and my dad said, Tommy, you go left, but you move front, and Christo has to go right after he serve. And after the serve, we both went right. I don't know why. So they just played the shuttle left. There was a half court free. Both of us were right. And then I was arguing with Christo. My dad was arguing with me, then with Christo, and it was free.
You know the picture
the pictures of the Spider-Man,
like
you know?
Yeah.
You know the meme? It was that everybody was shooting at each other like, what the fuck are you doing? And then I took the serve, and we came back and we won that magical match against them.
Yeah. Oh, amazing. That's I'm looking forward to more of those stories.
I think the easiest thing to see when we are playing together is when we are in the middle, both of us looking at each other and just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what have you done? This is the easiest thing, and we are just talking, and then like Christo said, "It's okay, let's go to the next point."
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
it's not okay.
you always see that Christo is trying to calm things down and be like, okay, relax.
Yeah.
And you were like, what the fuck?
Exactly.
So many times.
But
Yeah,
it can be like what the fuck to me, or can be what the fuck to him. It's not like always like.
Yeah,
So
it's good
sometimes
that it's good that Christo knows, because I'm never sure from the outside. It's not always clear if you're frustrated with yourself or with Christo. So if he knows, that's all that's important.
Yeah, he knows.
Oh yeah, do you always know Christo? Because
Well, sometimes I know he's shouting at me, but I know that it's also like he does not mean it. He just needs to shout at me sometimes to get stress out. For example, sometimes it's his fault, but he's saying like, "Yeah, what the fuck have you done?" But it's like he knows it's his own fault, but he's putting the fault on me. But as now I know it, it's okay. Like I just next one, you know.
that's actually impressive, because when I mean, I also used to play a little bit, but if I have a partner playing with me, and he is like blaming me for not playing my best, it confuses me so much, because I'm just like, oh, hey, we're a team. Help me! I'm trying my
Help
best.
me, bro.
Help me! Don't blame me. I'm not doing this on purpose, you know. So it always really distracts me and gets me like out of my comfort zone. And then I'm like super insecure, because I'm like, fuck, the opponents are against me. My own partner is against me. How do I get out of this? But you can handle that.
Yeah, but it's maybe just lately that I can do this because, as he said, like there's also less pressure after Olympics and stuff. So I was like more, if it goes bad, then it goes bad, and if it doesn't go, then it doesn't go. But now I can make difference between. I think I can because it's also my brother, so I know him perfectly. And I know when he's shouting at me because it's my fault, or when it's just out of stress from him. So
Yeah.
I'm handling my little bro on court.
Yeah, little bro. Recently, we had also like we are a team, Christo and me, against my father, because sometimes he says something, and we totally disagree, or sometimes he put too much stress on us, and we're like, yeah, let him. It's okay. We just focus on ourselves. It's okay.
Yeah. Maybe I think everybody who's listening to this episode should know the situation, I guess. And if you want to know the whole story, I think Christo, in episode 1 of this podcast, we talked a little bit about how your father was a player in Bulgaria, then moved to France as a coach. You guys were still little kids, started playing in France. So if you want a detailed throwback edition, listen to episode
season
1.
Was it season 1? Yeah.
Yes. The first episode in season 1. But you're coming back with your father still training you. You are playing doubles together. I just checked. I think you're in the top 30 in doubles, both in the top 25 in singles. So actually a crazy story. I think there's no other pair or no other player who's playing singles and doubles on the World Tour level.
I
think we are
know.
currently...
Maybe before.
Was there one?
Maybe a Korean, or I don't know, or an Indonesian can be. I don't know. Before it was not the same. Also, culture, but now we are more we specialize ourselves and we focus on one and high level. But right now on men's double we're not 17 or 18 or 16.
We're 18.
Yeah, 18. Yes. Yeah. True. Top 20. Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
That's quite cool. I mean, you're European champions, guys.
Almost for my whole young career, I've been better ranked in doubles than in singles. That's such a shame.
You know what is the funny thing? That both of us, we never thought our first gold medal on Europeans would be on men's double. We never thought about that, and that's super crazy.
Yeah. We talked about it already last episode. I think nobody expected you guys to win a doubles gold medal. With like we were all looking at the singles category, and we're like, okay, who's going to make it? But that you pull it off in doubles is actually a really crazy story. Super impressive. But I want to go back to that final for a last second, because I remember that, Tommy, you were like just wasted, just trying to keep up, just trying to keep playing. And Christo was really pushing. So you really saw that. I mean, with you, Christo, losing that semifinal and not playing that men's singles final, your focus kind of it looked like your focus kind of shifted. Okay, now I really want that fucking gold in doubles, and you really could see that. And Tommy was like, "I'm just trying to survive," and Chris was like, "No, focus. We got to win this." That was that in your head? Yeah.
And
it was a little bit like this. Yeah, it was. How'd say? I just told him like, you have to run around me. I'm gonna serve, trying my best. Even I have a shit serve this week also. I'm gonna do my best, but we have to win this match. We cannot lose against the Frenchmen. Never ever. And we just, after it got a little bit tense, maybe when we lost the second until 11. But I think when we did the gap, 18-10, then we got tense a little bit again to 17.
Oh yes.
So that was a little bit like, oh my god, what's going on? And then we managed to pull out these 3 last points. So that was kind of a relief, let's say.
I was also getting kind of scared. Like, you pull away, have this huge gap, and be like, okay, now nice. Okay, they're gonna do it, and then the gap gets closer and closer. Yes. And then you're not serving, you're receiving. But what are you? You also could see that you two guys were still comfortable in the beginning, but the closer they got, obviously you saw that you guys were also like, fuck, we cannot lose this now.
Yeah, we cannot lose. I've in my head it was like, if I lose this one, I just put my racket somewhere and dungeon.
History dungeon. Museum, you know.
In a museum, dungeon. Retired. 5 guys. It was my time. Let's go. Let's do something else. No. On the final on Europeans, 18-10. No, mentally it's too hard to survive.
Whoa. Christo, what was going on in your head?
Yeah, I think it's tough to come back to really what was going on, but I think it was more about sometimes I think we felt incomprehension between both of us, like who's gonna take the shot. Because actually, I don't think we played so bad from them to come back, but it was more like I would say we were not taking the shots to finish. We had opportunities, and then we just has had a lot of misunderstanding between both of us. So who's gonna take this shot and this shot? Our movement on court was different. So yeah, I think we just tried to keep our head, clear. I would say that was the most difficult part because the stress was really going on. Then with the gap getting closer and closer, and just I think when my head went like boom was the long serve on Tommy at 16, 18, and then just my brother went, but with almost not taking the shot, and the shutter went like down the net, I think, and I was like, oh fuck, we are doomed.
Because I felt like I still have some energy, so trying to jump, normally I catch it, no problem, but like I jumped maybe this, no energy, so I just hit it with my frame and it went directly to the net. I was like, fuck, it's really not my day today, come on, let's go. Because I changed the racket, I played with a racket with just the usual grip, with the black one, because like nothing, I changed all my racket, nothing was passing, no feelings, nothing. So I took a new racket, like never open, but just stringed, and I get off the plastic while the match, and then I finished the match with that one. I was like, I have to do something, I have to change something. Maybe the racket is shit racket, okay, we change it, take a new one, it's better.
It's a classic badminton player's reaction. If something is not working, change the racket. Change the racket.
Yeah,
classic. Oh man, yeah, that was impressive. But then I can imagine that when that final point was made, it was just a total relief.
Yeah, big relief. Honestly, yeah.
Also because it makes history for France. So first gold medal in men's double. They had already a bronze medal. So
it was kind of unexpected for us to win, though. That's why also it was big emotions.
Yeah.
And also everybody was there.
The underdogs, right?
Yeah, it's true. I mean, in singles, obviously people can argue that Victor was there, Anders pulled out, Gemke pulled out. But in doubles, Kim and Anders played, Ben and John played. So
only Sogard, yes, had to retire.
True.
Yeah.
That was kind of sad. Yeah, that would also have been a really interesting final.
Yeah.
And I mean, probably he is also thinking, "Fuck, that was the title we could have." Yeah. But you never know. It happens.
Yes.
Speedy recovery to him.
Yep.
But when we talk about, I mean, that's a question that you always get asked, but I have to ask it, because we're here together in this podcast. So, Toma, now for you, for example, because this is a quite good example when you have because sometimes you say we play doubles and singles because usually we don't play too many doubles matches on the world tour, so it's just to stay in the rhythm and keep the racket speed up. But in tournaments like this, where or where you hope we will go far in singles and we can hopefully also go far in doubles, those are tournaments where it actually kind of affects your body for those important matches in singles also, because when you play that final against Alex or Christopher, you also the semifinal, you've had played double as much matches like him. And for example, I remember that he was already in the hotel for 2-3 hours and you guys were just going out there and playing doubles. So kind of his recovery is obviously is better than yours. And do you think that in matches like this, in that final match against, or in the semifinals also was super close for you, Christo, for both of you, basically the question, in tournaments like this, do you think it affects your singles performance? Because sometimes like 2-3% can make a difference.
Yeah, it could. It's for sure 100%. It does affect on some aspects. But I think as well that we've done it since the beginning. Like we never played just one draw, and I think with some good results within both in doubles and in singles this year, I think we showed that also as we trained very hard for it. Physically, we're ready to handle 2 draws. But yeah, it will always affect. I would say. Like it also depends of if we lose first round or second or quarterfinal. But I think we are handling well the physical aspect. So at the moment we are quite okay to continue this way, and we are performing on both draws at the moment. So yeah, I think we are happy that it's going well for us, and there's no injury also.
I think it's more after the tournament. While the tournament, you have the adrenaline and you're winning matches and you keep going. Also depends on the kind of matches you do. If you do only 2 sets and kind of fast every time, well, it's okay. The only inconveniency will be to come back in the hole, warm up again, and warm down again. That's the let's say the bad part. But yeah, it's after the tournament we can. I feel it. I don't know Christo, but I feel it after tournament like that. After a tournament like that, my energy goes down for sure. Because after tournament is done, all the focus, all the energy that you had to pull up every time, it just went out and you just relax.
How many days do you need until you are fully recovered?
I don't know. After Europeans?
Well, 2-3 days.
Yeah, minimum. Sure.
Yeah, we had a team match, so we couldn't take days off. But yeah, I would say at least 2-3 like total day off, and then yeah, we are back training.
Yeah,
because it's pumping a lot of energy. I think like I'm pumping energy from the next week, so I'm like taking a loan from energy,
Yeah, that's true.
And I have to give it back after.
Obviously, yeah, it's super interesting because like obviously you could argue that if you wouldn't have played doubles in that particular week, maybe one of you would have got the gold medal in singles, but you got rewarded with a gold medal in doubles.
Yeah.
So I think nobody can really argue with that at the moment.
Yeah,
I hope not.
Yeah, I think you shouldn't care too much. It's like your decision.
Many people like ask me, or I don't know if they ask Christo, but yeah, are you disappointed because you lost on final? I'm like, well, no. I won my men's double. I won with my brother. I created history from the other side, and I'm the only one who made 2 final for the moment and 1 gold also. So yeah, I'm just super happy. And with my level that I showed in the beginning of the week, I don't deserve nearly to win. You see what I mean? Like my level is so bad, so. But I take it, and that's it.
Yeah, sometimes you are also allowed to be a little lucky with the draw and sneak your way in. But hey, that's sports.
That's how it is.
Yeah, definitely successful week for you two guys. And I wanna jump back a little bit to earlier ages. Because Christo, you said we've been playing 2 draws since the beginning. When was that beginning? Because Toma, you're 4 years older, right?
Yeah.
So, Christo, you're 23 now?
23, yeah.
23 and 27?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My brother's turning 27 this year.
26, yes. Okay. So 4 years gap. And I mean, now that's kind of okay. But if you are like, I don't know, 17 and 13 or 18 and 14, that's quite a big difference. When did you guys start playing doubles together?
I think it was Future Series in Latvia, was it, or Lithuania?
Latvia, I would say. Well, it just at the beginning we started just like this, and then
we won our first tournament was in Bulgaria.
Yeah.
Let's go.
International
Nice.
Series. Yeah, we won there.
The circle closes. Perfect.
Yes.
Okay. What year was it? How old were you guys?
2017 was it, or 18?
He was still junior. He's still junior, Christo.
Yeah, I'm junior until 2021 or 2020, so it was way before junior. I was under 17.
It was before COVID.
Crazy.
I think I can check like on live now on BWF. Should be.
And the World Tour, when we started the World Tour, was after COVID.
Okay.
We got access.
But it was always clear for you that you would continue playing doubles.
Yeah.
Or what was the discussion?
No, it's always like, yeah, we just keep going. I mean, we're taking pleasure. We we spend more time on court because also we're not the favorite, so we want to spend as much as time on court we want. Also on men's double, we were like, yeah, we are 2. We put the balls on the table, you know. We just go and see what happens against the best. We enjoyed, and we also went to the World Tour Finals on men's double.
Crazy.
So
2018. Fact checking from Christo.
Latvia International 2018.
Yeah, so that's why. And
Crazy.
then, I mean, after COVID, we did some tournaments, went to World Tour Finals, went to big tournaments, and just the cycle started. And also more prize money, getting more image on the court also. So it was like,
yeah,
like it's like a snowball, you know. You just roll it and get getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah,
and we're quite fastly the number 1 in France.
Yeah,
kind of fast because we split up a lot of pairs. So ranking from the ranking, we're the number 1. So it was also an advantage.
Yeah, and how was it for you, Toma, when you started playing with your little brother? Obviously, growing up, he was always your little brother. And then at some point you realize, fuck, he's getting good. So I assume that you were always better when you were younger because you were just taller and stronger, probably. But when did you realize, okay, shit, he's getting close?
I think when he did the quarterfinal
when I was
World Championships. I think there were some results that he did that just showed that he's gonna come up for sure. And just it was about time, let's say, at every European Championship or the World Championship when he was under 15 and he goes to quarterfinal under 19. That shows a little bit that the potential, and just on the tournaments it shows. He won a challenge. He was still junior, I think. I don't know. He was. So I mean, he won a challenge and he's still junior. So it just shows that the capacity and just the trajectory, let's say, that he's gonna have.
Yeah, but if you're like the older sibling,
like I'm a big brother, I don't want my brother to catch me. You know, I want to push further, but sometimes he's catching faster than I'm pushing. So so that's why it's like this.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say because like when you're an older sibling, I also have a little sister, and you never want to lose in anything.
The ego is really tough. For the ego is really tough.
Yeah. I mean, that brings us directly to the next super interesting topic, and that was obviously the Olympic qualification in 2024 with the Olympics in Paris, home country. Only one spot per discipline for you guys. I know that you always told me the goal is to make it both to the top 16 somehow. But then there was a point when you guys realized, okay,
That's
probably
tough.
not going to work. Was that? I mean, obviously you were also fighting for this for the space in or for the spot in doubles. But how was that for you guys? The tension between you, was that affecting anything? Because I think for me personally, I couldn't separate that all the time. If I knew we were both fighting for this
On my
Olympic
side, I
ticket.
didn't have any, how to say, tension or something. It was more like we just go and we play the same tournaments. The best one who did does the best result goes. So I mean, and it was only ups and downs because he was in front, I was in front, he was in front, I was in front, he was in front, I was in front, and at the end, he did some fucking crazy good results, so that put him so high that it was nearly done, you know. And then at the end, happens what happens.
Christo, how was that for you when things happened?
Yeah, I mean, as you said, it was hard to separate, but on one hand, I was very happy that like it was a final beating Victor in semi-final. That was a crazy result from his side, and of course, European Championship is bringing a lot of points as it was ranked at 500. So yeah, it was. I think it was a crazy result linked to qualification. So yeah, as I said before, it was. I think it was a good way to qualify. It was not some random tournament somewhere and with no one and then getting some points. It was a big challenge for him to go and win against Victor, and he did it. So yeah, I think it was. As we said from the beginning of the qualification, like the best results will bring the guy to qualification, and he did. I think silver medal Europeans was a crazy result at the moment, and yeah, I was just happy for him. Of course, very disappointed for me because not qualifying, but I think I was already reflecting to my whole year with really good results. I think it was my best year of my young career at the moment when it was happening, and I was just happy about my year and yeah, happy for everyone.
I think it also this year pushed us each other to go further and to create some results.
Because I was like 40 or 45 in the ranking beginning of the Olympic qualification, so it was already kind of I was no chance to qualify. Yeah, and then the more the year was going through, and the more I was doing results, so yeah, I was just pretty happy because it was such a big challenge for me to get to the top 30, top 32, to be able to get to the big tournaments, big spots, and being able to do this, and it was just for me already crazy. I'm very happy. Of course, qualification was the goal at the end, but that just pushed me to the next level, I would say.
I always ask those questions, and I think I've asked you already 5 times, Christo, about that period. And you're always so analytic, and you're always so like you don't show any emotions, and I just cannot believe that there was not like so much emotions going on.
Yeah.
I mean, also when you go to the All England semifinals, are there not any like jokes, any comments like "I got you" or like I don't know anything, or was it all totally?
Yeah,
Calm.
I think like those moments after German Open when I won and then semi-final England, my brother was kind of shut down, as he said, because I went so high in the ranking that yeah, he was going back from the tournaments very early. So yeah, I was staying there because I was playing. It was kind of a tricky situation, but it was never back jokes or stuff. Yeah, it was more like sometimes, yeah, you were lucky, and then yeah, you were also lucky.
No, there's no back draw or something because we also play doubles and we are trying to qualify on men's double. So yeah, we are more focused on what we have to do in the next tournaments because mathematically there's still a chance. So instead of like trying to talk about the past or what's happened, like if he does a performance, it's also convenient to me because it means he brings the level higher. So I'm gonna train with him. So yeah, in both ways, it's winning.
Yeah.
It's a win-win, yeah.
It's a win-win. Just at the end of August, at beginning of August, there will be a huge tournament, and in this discipline, one of us will not play. But at the end, I think both we had a really healthy relationship, just as brothers and as partners and as everything.
Yeah,
And
and
at
we
the
were
end, it
also
pay off.
yeah, we were also so much into, as he said, qualify for doubles that, and also as we were, I think, down from the other French pair at the moment everything was happening. I think we were like, yeah, just it's not that it doesn't matter who's qualifying, but like we need to really push for the doubles, so focus on this. And I think we qualified like our good results to make us in a good spot to qualify. It was Spain, which was one of the last tournaments. And we're like, whoa, it's going through for us at the last tournament. So yeah, it was pretty decisive. Last month was pretty decisive.
That's also what I wanted to ask, because do you think it would have changed anything if it wouldn't have worked in doubles? Because obviously Christo, when you left the hall, or when you left Saarbrücken after that European Championships, and then you saw your brother going to the semifinal, for you it was like, okay, I'm out, because
it was very weird emotions, because I was going to the Europeans as
it looked
qualifying
like
spots
two
in singles
disciplines
and qualifying spot in doubles, and then at the end no singles, no doubles. So it was hard. Of course, it was hard, but you're gonna say that I'm again analytics and stuff, but I was more in my head. It was like, for me, it was a bit unlucky because in doubles we're getting Toft and Sondergaard, and they were playing really good at the moment. And we, as a seeded spot, we get them. That was
tough.
That was tough for us. And they played, I think, one of the best weeks. They go to the final and stuff. So it was maybe a bit unlucky with the draw on this one. And then in singles as well, I was, I think, getting those big results before. I was just destroyed, like body-wise, physically. I was so tired, and having this pre-match, I was seeded, but I had a pre-round with Alex. Again, it was one chance out of 60. So I was a bit unlucky on this one, I think.
Again. Yeah, I think getting Alex in that first round was probably the worst case scenario for you in that seeded spot. Yeah.
So anyway,
last question.
Unlucky.
Unlucky. With a happy end in doubles, luckily.
Yes, definitely happy end. Yeah.
Last question for this tournament, Toma. When you realize, okay, I'm going into that semifinal, and I'm playing
into the final, because I had to win. If I lost on semi,
I know. But you, before that semifinal, and you go into that match knowing I have to win this match to qualify for the Olympics at home, and it's Viktor Axelsen on the other side.
In my mind,
tell us about your mind.
I say in my mind, it's more like, well, it's now or never. Like I didn't have any kind of pressure like extra pressure from the circumstances or about the situation. For me, it was more like after Spain, when I lost the final 20-20 in the third against Loki New, my dad said, that cost you a lot of points, and maybe that was the key point, because now you need to go even one round higher on the Europeans. And I didn't know which round. So it was maybe quarter, or have to go to semi, or have to go to final, have to win the final. So in any case, I didn't know. But all the Europeans, I just say I go match by match, and I will just see what's gonna happen. And I could feel that it was the match, like this one, but I didn't put any extra pressure. I just like I told myself, I have nothing to lose. I play semi-final.
But you knew before that match.
A little bit, yeah. So I just said, I would just play the number one into the world, one of the legends. So I mean, if you have to put your shit together and do something, it's now. And that's why I didn't like shout or something. I was just like in my zone, in my bubble, and And after, when I called the last point, everything just went out.
Yeah. Yeah, usually both of you guys, when you play singles, if not against each other, if you play against each other, you're also super calm and not shouting. We saw that at the Halo Open final. But if you play singles, you're both like really expressive, loud, celebrating everything. But you were really, as you said, really focused, really into yourself, and that was not usual. So was that the key to in those really important
matches? I
matches?
just felt like I don't want to get Victor angry for the moment, because when he gets angry, he can be a really good destroyer. So I was like, okay, don't get him angry. Don't play the look game or something. I was more like, just keep calm, play your game, and if you can pull out some points and be kind of close, go for it and try your best. And when I won the first set, I was like, okay, that's good. We started really well. We keep going in the second, but then he played better and he won the second kind of easy. And then the third, 0-0. I said, okay, you are one set for your Olympics, so let's go. We just play freely, and what happens, happens. If shit happens, shit happens. If you win, you win. But nothing to. It's more like I have nothing to lose. You know, the feeling of, because I made some mistakes, I made some easy. It's not like I got some tricky shots or some net shots or something. I just played my game, and after he got frustrated, and when he got frustrated, I knew that I had the lead and it should be okay.
Yeah, that was just a crazy match. Just a crazy situation.
I think nobody would have bet on me this match was for sure. Like, it was underdog for sure.
Yeah.
1 against 100, you know, like something like crazy.
Yeah. So probably the Saarlandhalle is one of your most favorite halls.
This is my favorite hall. All my best results are there nearly. So
Halo Open 2024. That was a crazy result for you.
I was injured. Fuck you.
That's what I mean when I say there must be some talking sometimes.
No, I mean, like, Hilo. If you see my past results from my career, Hilo, I know when I go there, it's my hood, you know. I have my restaurants, my things, the Bursa Kebab restaurant, the Noya restaurant. Like, I have my hood.
Perfect. Yeah, really looking forward to Halo Open 2025. It's actually a 500 now.
Yeah.
So even better to be in the comfort zone at that tournament.
Exactly.
But yeah, Christo, you also really have some good results there. I mean, the European Championship was kind of terrible, but you made your peace with the Halo Open, with winning it in singles. I hope.
Yes.
Yeah, crazy. Actually, I mean, Victor is also having a podcast now with CK. Maybe we can reach out to them and get Victor's view on that final. That would be interesting.
Why not?
Semi-final. Yeah. Cool, guys. I have 2-3 fan questions that I got to wrap things up for you, because we're already like 42 minutes in.
Yep.
And the first question would be, who is the better doubles player between you guys?
It's very difficult to say, because we're very different. And like, if I play with someone like me, it won't be a good double. And if Tommy play with someone like him, it's gonna be also different. I think it depends. Some tournaments he's just way better, and just few tournaments then also I'm better. Just depend of the moments, I would say, and the conditions to play. I think in fast holes I'm better than him, but in slow holes I think he's better than me.
I think it also depends of your partner. I mean, I don't know. Like, I think maybe it's easier to play with me than to play with Christo, because Christo is sometimes it's no brain. You have to follow him, you know? You don't do nothing, just follow his steps. So if he goes left, you go right. If he goes front, you go back. You don't have to think. Just do.
Yeah, okay.
And sometimes it's really like, for some people, it can be really strange to play with a person like, because
unpredictable.
You just follow, and it's like this, and that's where he does magical shots, you know, like he just feel it and instinct, and he goes for it. So I think it's easier to play with me, but with him it's more like, all in. all in, bro. Just go for it. And sometimes it's tricky.
Sometimes it's tricky.
That's why, because I'm a brother and I'm his brother and I know him because we played together a long time ago, I know also where to move a little bit, even if he's unpredictable.
Yeah, that's good. Then the second question would be, which player do you not want to get in the first round of your next tournament? Probably let's say next big tournament. Who do you want to avoid in the first round right now?
Kodai.
Men's single or men's double?
First single, yeah.
Single?
Kodai, why?
No, I just hate to play. It's there's no tactics. I know it's very weird game to play against him, and I don't like it.
I would say Lanier.
Why?
I don't know. It's so weird. I don't know. For
I
me,
just lost.
Yeah.
No. For me, it's just the weird style. I don't know if he has a style. I don't know, just see these big muscles, running everywhere, and some shots. I don't know. Sometimes he makes some deceptions. I don't know where the shuttle is going. I don't know if he knows where the shuttle is going. So for me, for first round, it could be really tricky. So if I can avoid him, perfect.
Okay, yeah, that's cool. And in doubles?
I think I don't mind to play Asians, but I would say maybe European. It could be Astrup or Rasmussen. Our head-to-head against them is like very bad for us. Our head-to-head. So yeah.
I would say Kim and Anos.
What makes it tricky for you to play them?
Yeah, I think it's not even tricky. It's just I don't know why sometimes we cannot focus against them, and we just get angry or we argue on court, and it's like I don't know.
The serve of Kim.
It's good.
Yeah, it's good. He's moving a little bit,
Okay.
It's really good serve.
Shout out to Kim for this serve.
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
I mean, they are not number one for nothing. So they're number one. They're still number one, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, if we can avoid another world number one for the moment, would be good. I think they are really, how to say, really structured, really complex players, really experienced player, really they can handle any situation nearly, even if they are down, they can come back, and defense they're really good, and yeah. I think if I have to choose to play them, I prefer to play them in a slow hold than in a fast hold, because with fast shuttles they're really, really, really good.
Yeah. And the last question, I don't know if you can answer that. That's probably more a guess. The question was, which singles player on the tour would be the best player in doubles, and which doubles player would be the best player in singles? Apart from you guys, because you do both. Can you say that?
Yeah, that's a good question.
For men's double? A men's double who plays men's single?
Like who would be, which men's doubles player would be a good singles player?
I think Seo.
Yeah?
Yeah, because he played single until junior.
Okay.
He played single until junior, and then he focused on men's double and mixed doubles. And I think as he played men's double and mixed doubles, he can handle men's single, I think, because if he can handle two draws, he can handle only one on men's single. And he played mix, so there is some shots from the single a bit like
similar
low,
movements.
Yeah, similar movements, low, really low. So I think Seo could be a good guy.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Yeah. But a single to play doubles, that's tough. So I don't know.
Who's really good, record-wise, maybe?
Jinting, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, it's tough to say.
Nat actually is not so bad, I think.
Yeah, he's good. He's really good.
Nat Nguyen?
Yeah, I think he's kind of
good. From Ireland?
Yeah. And I don't know who can be really good men's double.
Someone who likes to drive and stuff. Good defense. Good at flat game.
Yeah, that's kind of hard. I don't know.
Yeah, it's tough to say. Honestly, maybe I was now thinking about maybe Leong. He has a big smash and good defense and good drive, good flat game. So maybe Leong from Malaysia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe.
I think we will never find out because
No.
so
Unfortunately, no.
Yeah, but it will remain a guess. But yeah, thanks a lot. There's one last thing that I want to tease, and that is that we've been following Christo mainly, but also Toma a little bit. Then at the end of the week in doubles around at the European Championships with a little camera. And there's a little vlog about the European Championships coming out next week. So guys, please check out the ShuttleSquad YouTube page. And also follow us on Instagram. We're still a little community ready to grow.
Yes.
So please help us for that one. And then, guys, I'm really thankful for this episode. I really enjoyed it. Christo, thank you. Tommy, thanks for joining. I hope you also enjoyed it.
It was really funny.
And maybe we can get a second round of this Popov Brothers special sometime later this year.
Of course. Problem.
Perfect. Thanks, guys, and all the best.
See you guys. Thank you.
See you. Ciao, ciao.